Hey guys, Justin Bryan here from selfmadesuccess.com. I just want to share with you a very quick lesson that I feel like I need to address because so many people have been struggling with this for decades as entrepreneurs. But this quote says it perfectly by Zig Ziglar. Failure is a detour, not a dead-end street. In other words, if you fail, if you hit a wall, if you hit a bump in the road, it's not the end. Go around it. Find a way to keep going. And there's three things that I keep in mind when I feel like I've maybe failed or hit a bump in the road or just hit a brick wall and I'm not sure what to do next. There's three things to keep in mind if you're in that situation, okay? First, don't worry about what people think. Consider the source. Consider who's telling you that you're not good enough. Consider who's telling you that you need to quit. Consider who's telling you that you need to go get a real job. These kinds of people are everywhere. In fact, you'll probably run into more of them than you will people that will uplift you. It's just part of it. You have to be mentally strong if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to make it. These people that tell you these things, you got to shut them out. You just put your hands over your ears, put your headphones on, keep moving forward. Don't worry about what they think because most likely they're people that haven't achieved anything significant, that haven't achieved what you want, that haven't reached big goals, that haven't done things that require the kind of perseverance and hard work that you are going through. So don't worry about it when people don't understand and think, you know, you're crazy for keeping this thing going. You're crazy to keep trying the entrepreneurship thing when you can just go get a safe job and, work for someone else. Don't worry about them. It's all about what you want to do, what your goals are, and you need to keep going if you ever want to achieve the biggest things in life. Next, another thing I keep in mind if I hit a bump in the road is I think about others who have been in my shoes, similar shoes, who've been in rough patches before and still overcame them. Two great examples of these kinds of people, Mark Cuban and Richard Branson. Both are multi-billionaires now. Mark Cuban had to live in an apartment with several roommates, barely making rent, living off of mustard and ketchup sandwiches, and he was selling trash bags just to get himself through school. He had a bunch of different jobs. He finally broke through, achieved his dream, and now he's worth multiple billions of dollars. And he's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, big Shark Tank TV show star, and investor in hundreds of companies. Now you have Richard Branson. He didn't even finish high school. Okay, keep this in mind. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you don't go to college, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do the traditional way of thinking, and you're going to fail. You're going to be low life." But Richard Branson completely defied that. He said, "I'm going my own way, and I'm not looking back. I don't care what others think. This is what I want to do." Okay, he started his first company when he was young. He later grew it into Virgin Group. Now he is one of the richest men in the world, and he gets to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. And these are just two of the many examples of people that have overcome ridiculous odds, and not even including the school part, but Richard Branson was also, told by his teachers and things that he would never amount to anything, and he also struggled with dyslexia. So, these two guys are just two prime examples of people that have probably had to overcome even more than you to achieve success, and you might even have better circumstances than they did. So just keep that in mind. And another thing, if it were easy, everyone would do it. This graph shows you how much the wealth is divided in, like, the United States, for instance. That red dot right there shows you about how much 40% of the population would own in the US if the wealth divided parts of the country owned. And then we have another one, 20% would own just a little piece of Texas. That's already 60%. And the other 30% would own just this southern part of the United States. On top of that, 10% would own the vast majority, and 1% would own the half of the majority, because that is just what happens when you do something that's harder than most people are willing to do, but it pays off when you have something like this to show for it. Okay? You gotta keep going. You don't want to be like these people, 40%. That's why I say, you're going to run into a lot of people that don't believe in you, that say you're crazy, that you should get a regular job, that you should go the traditional route. But it doesn't matter. Look at what the top 1% has done. If you want to really achieve something big, you got to do what most people are not going to do. And that's just part of it. You got to keep pushing forward when no one else would. Alright? So I just want to say that. Let's look at this. Failure is a detour, not a dead-end street. Just keep that in mind as you're going forward. It's just a quick little lesson I wanted to talk to you about because I feel like it could really help you in the long run. Alright? So if you like the video, please like it. Don't forget to subscribe for more. And don't forget to visit us at selfmadesuccess.com if you want a little more in-depth training, resources, things like that, or if you want to contact me. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want to add more to the meaning of this quote, what it's done for your life, what it's done for your success story, how it's impacted you, or maybe you want to mention other quotes that really impact you. We'd love to hear about it. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a great day.